Good afternoon, everybody. Let me start with the simplest question in the world. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but growth still feels harder than it should? Because that's what I do. I help founders, leaders, teams stop guessing, stop chasing shiny objects, and start executing a simple growth system that produces revenue, traction, and momentum you can actually measure. I'm Rose Odette. I'm a tech founder, a business builder, and I'm obsessed with one thing: turning your big goals into bigger wins through relentless execution. And today, I'm going to give you a practical framework you can use immediately to get unstuck and move forward. Have you ever, have you really ever had any of these things happen to you? You have a strong product or service, but the growth isn't consistent. You have people around you working so hard, but it feels like the wheels are spinning. You're busy all day, but you can't point to the one thing that truly moved revenue this week. You've tried strategies, books, podcasts, gurus, consultants, and you got a pile of great ideas but no paint by number system. And the worst part is this: you start wondering if you're the problem, not because you're lazy, not because you're not smart, but because you are missing a system that forces clarity and accountability. If any of that hits home, you're in the right room. Me too. Let me tell you why I care about this so much. I didn't come out of the gate with some perfect playbook. No way. I learned execution the hard way. I grew up in a blue-collar family in Flint, Michigan. Third shift factory dad, mom doing whatever it took. I learned early that nobody's coming to save you. Later, I built a healthcare technology company and pioneered electronic medical records way before it was fashionable. I lived the reality of building something from scratch when people don't believe in you, yet customers, employees, and sometimes even your own circle. Well, I'll be real. Success didn't protect me from struggle. At one point in my life, I went through a legal nightmare that turned my world upside down. I got pulled into a situation where I was accused of something I did not do, and I ended up paying a price that still makes people stop and stare when they hear it. Now, why am I telling you that? Because that kind of pressure does one of two things. It either breaks you or it burns the excuses out of you. For me, it burned the excuses out. It forced me to ask the brutal question: what actually works when life is chaotic, when the stakes are high, and when motivation isn't enough? Translation: the search for solution. I searched and searched. So when I was searching, I didn't search for hype. I searched for patterns. What do the best operators do when they have to win, when their back's up against the wall? What do the best companies do when the market shifts? What do the best leaders do when execution starts slipping? And what I found was simple, but it was not easy. The companies that win don't win because they have better inventions or intentions. They win because they have better cadence, weekly rhythm, clear priorities, measurable outcomes, accountability without drama, and a system that makes success repeatable. Results are what I'm talking about. Once I committed to execution as a lifestyle, everything changed. I stopped trying to feel ready. I stopped rewarding motion. I started rewarding progress. That shift is the difference between a business that's busy and a business that's building. And now I teach that same execution cadence to leaders who are tired of spinning and ready to scale. Old world versus new world. Let's talk about that for a minute. Well, here's the truth. The old world is gone. The old world says, work harder, put in more hours, be everywhere, try more tactics. The new world says, cut the noise. Pick a few moves that really matter, execute them relentlessly, measure them weekly, improve them fast. In the old world, being busy looked like commitment. In the new world, busy is often a hiding place, a place to get distracted. And if you are leading a company right now, you don't need more ideas. You need tighter execution, a tighter engine. The solution framework that I'm going to talk to you about is called Bullish on Execution. So here's the framework I promised you. Simple, practical, use it immediately. It's called Bullish on Execution Cadence. It's a weekly operating rhythm built on 5 moves. One target every week needs a single measurable point that matters. Not 10, not a wish list, one target. If we hit one number this week, which number changes the game? Revenue booked, pipeline created, demo scheduled, renewals, saves, cash collected, whatever your business needs most, pick it. Then you have 3 priorities. Then you pick those, and that drives the one target with those 3 priorities. If you can't connect a priority to the target, it's not a priority, it's a distraction. This is where most teams fall apart. They confuse important with right now. Next, owners of deadlines. Each priority gets an owner and a deadline, not a committee, not a group chat, one owner. If everyone owns it, nobody owns it. Next, our scorecard. You build a visible scorecard, a real one, not a vibe-based one with pretty pictures. What are the numbers that tell the truth each week? What gets measured gets done. What moved? What didn't move? What stuck? When the scoreboard is clear, accountability becomes neutral. It's not personal, it's just math. Then weekly adjustment. Finally, you adjust weekly, not quarterly, not when things calm down, weekly. Execution isn't a personality trait, it's a cycle. Plan, act, measure, adjust. That's how you turn chaos into momentum. So, being through this a lot of times, I'll tell you the common mistakes. Let me save you some pain. Here are the most common mistakes I see. Number 1, too many targets. If everything matters, nothing matters. Mistake number 2, confusing activity with progress. Meetings aren't progress, emails aren't progress. Progress is outcomes and results. Mistake 3, no real owners. If you can't name the owner in 1 second, you don't have an owner. Who can you point to? Number 4 mistake, waiting on motivation. Motivation is unreliable. Cadence is reliable. Number 5 mistake, talking about problems more than solving them. The point of a weekly rhythm isn't to describe what's wrong, it's to decide what you're going to do next. Now, the first thing they should do next, let's talk about that. Now, here's what I want you to do first. Not 10 things, 1 thing. Within the next 24 hours, do this. Create a 1-page weekly scoreboard with, let's say, 5 to 6 or 7 points, and then pick 1 target for your week. Your 3 priorities, put an owner on each deadline, and the numbers will come forward, and review those next week. If you don't do that, you'll feel the flaw. When you do that, you'll feel the fog lift, because clarity is the force multiplier. Don't you love it when you're clear? You don't need more ideas. You need a tighter cadence, execution without excuses, a scorecard that tells the truth, and a rhythm that turns big goals into bigger wins. Thank you, and I'll see you on the inside.